Hey everyone, we'll get started in around 5 minutes. So just get yourselves ready, and while we wait for people to come in. Hey everyone, thanks for coming. Today is the third day of the April Break Robotics Camp, and it will be Ali's last day, and tomorrow we'll switch over to Mr. Janesma for Arduino. Today Ali has a lot of cool stuff planned, and we hope you guys enjoy. So I'll turn it over to Ali.
Okay, so we'll just start off today with a little bit of an icebreaker. So, if everyone just wants to either in the chat or they just want to shout it out and unmute their mic, what is your favorite color and why?
Green because it's the color of nature. Like most
That's
things of nature are green. So
yeah,
yeah,
that's true. That's cool. Anyone else? Blue because you like the ocean. Yeah, I like the ocean too. Anyone else? Same. Yeah, blue is nice. Blue is peaceful and serene. Okay. Anyone else? Kareem, what's your favorite color?
I like blue too, but I don't know why. It's just a good color,
Because
I
it's just
guess.
a yeah. Okay, it's a good color. Yeah, blue is good. My favorite color is green though, because I like trees and grass, and I guess yeah, I like nature. So green is automatically my favorite color. Anyone else? Does anyone else like green or blue or red? No? Okay. Your favorite color is black because you like the night. You like green because of nature. That's cool. Abdullah, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is blue because it's calm and peaceful, and there's many shades, so it can mean many different things.
That's cool. Okay. So
Maybe
we
what's your
have
favorite color? Okay. Uh, I guess the majority of people like blue and green. Uh,
I'm actually a fan of yellow because I like the sun.
oh,
that's
okay,
interesting.
that's interesting. That's a new one.
Okay, so you guys should remember these colors for our first activity today. But before we start that, we are going to just review what we did yesterday. So let me share my screen. Okay. So does everyone remember what we worked on yesterday? Like what challenges we worked on? Does anybody want to, I guess, just unmute their mics and say what we worked on yesterday? Just shout it out.
We worked more on the sensing.
Yeah, so what sensor did we work on yesterday?
The down eye detects, like,
Yeah,
whatever
so
you
the
call it.
eye sensor. So
Yeah, the eye sensor.
somebody other than, I think, okay, someone else tell me what does the eye sensor do?
It detects color.
Yeah, so it's like a color sensor basically, right?
Yeah.
So today for our first activity, we're gonna do a color sensor activity, and then after that, we'll move on to the distance sensor, and then we'll do a little bit of Python in the end. And then if we have time, we'll do a really hard challenge that everyone can try. So to start off today, let's start with that first challenge. Let me just open that up. Okay. So the first challenge for today is the line detector challenge. So if everyone wants to open up VexVR and they want to open up the line detector, the line detector playground.
Is are you lagging? Because I think you're lagging on.
Can you see my screen?
I can see
You're
your
not
screen.
writing for me.
Your voice is glitching out for me. Maybe just me. Uh,
Maybe
but
it's your
yeah,
internet if it's okay
yeah,
for everyone else.
yeah.
Um,
I'm having internet issues lately, so yeah, maybe.
that's okay. If you don't understand anything, you can either just type it in the chat or say something. But so if everyone wants to open up VexVR and then open up the line detector playground, and then we can start for today. So yeah, I'm gonna assume that everyone has it opened up and we can start. So the challenge for today is to use your down eye sensor to detect different colors on this map of which has blue, red, and green and black. And every time you see a color, you're going to draw a line of that same color. So to start us off, we are going to click on this little location arrow thing, and we are going to click on C. So that will take our robot to lane C, which we'll start with. So to start things off, I want you guys to think of a way that we can program our robot to drive until we see the red line over here. So if anyone can tell me how we can do that, you guys can just speak up.
You do drive, you put forever, then you do drive forward, and
Yeah.
if down eye detects red,
Yeah.
you can stop
So
or draw a line.
if down eye detects red, you're gonna use the pen and draw the line red, right? So we are going to set our pen down and draw it in red. Okay, so let's see if this works. Does anyone think that this program will work or it won't work?
Would it be front eye or down eye?
It will be down eye, but is there anything else you guys think that won't work with this? No? Okay,
The
Well,
let's
robot
try.
is not
it's
moving
drive forward,
forward.
right? So it's not going to stop driving forward until, like, obviously it will detect red, but then after that, the robot, it's called the robot pen will be down still, and it won't stop driving forward.
So yeah, that's one problem. I'm gonna just run the program and we can see if the thing will actually work. Okay, so did you guys see how it passed the red line and it didn't draw anything? Do you guys know
Yeah.
why that could be happening? And I'll give you a hint. You're missing a block somewhere.
The forever block?
Yes, you need to put the forever block over everything because you want to be constantly checking this question. So whenever we use the if then command blocks, we're always asking a question. And we want to keep on asking that question. So right now it'll forever drive forward, and when it sees red, it'll put down the pen on red. So let's try that out. So it saw red and now it's drawing a red line. But now we have the problem of it won't stop. We want it to not pass that green mark. So what do you guys think that we can do? So now when it sees that little green mark, we want it to change over
Stop.
to a green line. What can we do?
You can do the same thing for red. Instead of move robot pen down as well, you can do set robot pen to like green
Okay,
when it
so
detects green.
okay,
When it
so would I duplicate this entire thing like that and just put it
no,
underneath here? Okay, so then
no.
what would need to be inside this forever loop?
You would add another if statement.
Another if statement. Yep.
And move the if statement in forever.
Yep.
It changes the down eye to detect green,
Yep.
and then set robot pen color to green.
Yep. Okay. So
Uh,
now,
um,
yep.
I have a quick question. Could you like move your playground a bit on the right hand side so that we can see the code?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Okay. 1 second. Just clean this up. Okay. Can you guys see the code fine now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try that out. So now when it sees red, it should start the red line, and when it sees green, it should start the green line. Okay. Let's try that out. Red and then green. Okay. So now it'll keep on going past that blue thing. Now I want it to somehow stop at that blue rectangle. What can I do to make it stop at the blue?
You can put inside the forever loop and put if down eye detects blue, then you just press stop.
Yep. Okay. So I think you guys understand this. Now the actual challenge is to do it on this lane where you see all of these. And I want you to do it for every single one of these blocks. Okay?
So on lane D,
on lane D. And do you guys know how to change the lanes?
yeah.
Yeah, so you just click on the location arrow thing and you just click on D. So, yeah. So, do you guys understand the challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is it supposed to stop at blue?
Oh, yeah, it's just supposed to stop at that last blue.
Okay.
Okay. I will give you guys, 10 minutes and we'll see who's done and then we'll move on.
Wait, sorry. What do you want us to do if it lands on each color?
So every time it lands on a color, it should start drawing a line of that color.
Okay.
And should it stop on the last blue block?
Yeah, make sure it stops on the last blue block and not the first blue block. So think about how you can do that. You may have to change the program slightly, and instead of using the if then blocks, you can use something else. So look around, see what else you can use instead of that.
I have a quick question.
Yep.
What's the difference between the down eye and the front eye?
So here, I can show you that. Give me 1 second. So remember that they're each different sensors. So the down eye sensor is basically okay, it's basically on the bottom and it's looking at things that are on the actual bottom of the field. The front eye is right over here. So if there's something in front of it, the front eye will detect that. All right. So whenever we're working with something that's underneath the robot, we always want to use the down eye. And so far, we've only been using the down eye because there's not a lot of things with the front eye.
Okay, thanks.
And so when it draws, it should just draw until it reaches the next color block.
Yep.
Okay.
Any questions?
Um. Uh. Yeah. Yeah. During for the last blue block, I'm not sure how I should stop it.
Okay. Why don't you, okay, like wait 1 minute and then when everyone's done, I'll explain how I've done it, how I've done everything, so that way nobody can see your answers or, yeah, okay?
Okay.
Okay, actually, for the last block, you don't have to stop because we'll actually make that the next part. So when everyone's done, I'll explain how you can stop using a different sensor.
I stopped at the blue block.
You did? Okay, do you want to share your screen?
Okay,
And
sure.
you can show everyone how you did, like how it looks.
Oh my bad, I'll tell you. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
It's not exactly on the blue block, but like it's there.
So that's actually not stopping. So it's just hitting against the wall.
Oh.
So that's okay. Because I don't think you guys will know how to stop it, but that'll be the next part. We'll learn about the distance sensor then.
Could you
Okay.
could you is it possible just to click stop project?
You can do that, but that's not the best way to do it. We'll do it
Oh.
another way. We'll do it in a way that'll work every time.
Ah, okay.
But we'll just wait for everyone else to finish and then we'll move on. So if you're done, just write done in the chat.
Oh, I figured it out.
Like the
Yeah.
stopping and everything?
Yep, perfectly.
Okay, do you want to share your screen and show us?
Yep, no problem. So just I'm starting again. Do you want me to show the code or?
First just show how it works and then see
Okay.
the code. Okay. Do you want to show your code too?
Yep. So basically, you said object, so I assumed that the wall would count as an object. So then I went down to commands, and then front die is near object, then stop driving.
Okay, yeah, that's good. We're gonna do it a little different. We're gonna use
Okay.
something else. But that's another way to do it. It's pretty similar to the way that we were gonna do it. Okay. It's just that front eye is another color sensor.
I did
Okay.
the same thing as swastic, but instead of like the last if block, I did down line instead of front eye. I
Oh,
think that's why it
okay.
wasn't working.
Yeah. Okay. But good job. I'm gonna show a different way to do it just quickly. Okay, we'll wait, I think maybe 1 more minute and then I'll show how I did it.
I have a quick question. I tried doing the blue, but the blue didn't work. I don't know
Do you
why.
want to show your screen?
Yeah, sure. Could you see my screen?
Yeah.
What have I done wrong here?
Uh,
Cause as you can see, so it's playing well until blue. So blue, it just
okay.
continues green.
So look carefully at your project. You have your if down eye detects blue inside the if down eye detects red. So it'll wait for
Oh,
it to see
okay,
red,
that was an
then see
accident.
blue. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake.
That's okay.
Let's see if this works. Okay, yeah, I think I made a small mistake. Sorry.
I have a problem. Can you take a look at my code?
Yep.
One second, I'll just share. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So is there a problem with my code? Because like when I
So,
do this,
yep.
it just goes green all the time.
Okay. So, okay, you have a
There's a
similar problem to Ion. Ion, do you want to take a look at his code and maybe you can help him?
Yeah, I think you have one of the ifs inside another if statement.
So,
Oh, both of the other ifs are inside the first if.
yeah, so you want to make sure
Yeah,
that they're separate.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thanks.
that's what happened to me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm gonna share how I did the ending part because I think mostly everyone's done. So the way I did it was I used a new sensor that we're gonna learn about right now. Let me just share my screen. So I use something called a distance sensor. Basically, it looks for things that are in front of it, and if it's in a certain amount of distance, it'll use that distance to its advantage. So let's take a look at how mine worked. So mine did the same thing that yours did. It did all of this, all of the color things, but when it sees that wall, it stops. So the way I did that was I used the distance sensor. So I used this command that said if the distance in millimeters is less than 100, then stop driving and stop my project. So this is a new sensor that we're going to learn about. So does anybody know what a distance sensor is or have any idea of what they do?
It's probably something that obviously it's in the name. It senses how much distance
Yeah,
it's gone, and you can add a command like if it's gone this much, it does this.
yeah. So whenever we're using a distance sensor, we always want to use this distance in millimeters. And we always want to compare it to something else. So to compare it to something else, we have to use operator blocks, which are these green blocks. We can use either the equal to, the greater than, or the less than blocks. And I'm sure that you guys have used these commands in math or in something else. But let's say I'm waiting for a wall to show up. I'm just going to add this if 100 is, sorry, if the distance in millimeters is less than 100 and stop driving. So I have to measure how far I want the robot to be from the wall. And then I added that to this little bubble over here. And then I just use that to stop. Okay. So I think everyone's done this challenge. So we're going to move on to the next challenge, which for right now, it's a really simple challenge, but we're going to make it harder once everyone gets to the first part. So the first thing of it is to get your robot from here, the green square, to the red square, only using movement blocks. So the drive forward blocks and the turn right, turn left blocks. All right. Does
If
everyone
you
understand?
if you hit a wall, do you have to restart or something? Or?
No, that you don't. Nothing will happen once you hit a wall, but once you get all the movements working, we'll add some more complicated things into it, and then it'll actually be fun.
Wait, could
But
you
the first
repeat?
part, yep.
Could you repeat the question again?
Yes. So you're gonna use movement blocks, so like drive forward for 200 millimeters and turn right and turn left to navigate from this green square over here to the red checkered pattern square over here, using only the movement blocks. All right?
Does it also stop at the red block thing?
Yes, it has to stop at the red block. But you don't need
Okay.
to use any sensors or anything for this. This is only using the movement commands. And then once everyone gets this, we'll start adding cool sensors to do different things. We'll use the color sensors and we'll use the distance sensor.
Do you have to touch all the green and red? I mean blue. All the
No,
green
you don't
and
have to
blue.
touch all the green and blue. You just have to get to the red checkered pattern place in the fastest way possible. And
Without
just to
hitting the
make it,
wall?
if you can without hitting the walls, otherwise it's okay. So the challenge right now is whoever can do it the fastest. So you guys can start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Does everyone understand the challenge? Yes. Yes. No.
So basically, you're only allowed to touch. So like you're not allowed to touch the red maze thing.
Do you mean the walls on the side?
Yeah, yeah, like the red lines. Are you allowed to
Yeah.
touch those?
So you can touch those, but try not to.
Oh, okay.
Because once you touch those, some weird things will start to happen.
Ah.
Okay. And by the way, I forgot to say so. The playground is called the wall maze. Okay.
Can we use stuff other than drive, like the drivetrain commands?
For now, only use the drivetrain commands, and then we'll start adding the different sensors to it. All right.
Okay, cause I can use a few repeats and it would
Yeah.
be
Oh
fine.
yeah, you can use repeats. Sorry. Yes, you can use repeats if you need to.
Okay.
Just no sensors for this.
Wait, what can you use?
You can use like loops.
Oh, loops. Okay.
Okay. So whoever can finish first, you are the winner, I guess.
How long is one box?
I can't tell you that. You have to figure that out on your own using trial and error.
Wait, so the goal is you have to get to the red checker thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And do you have to go to those green one, two, three,
No, you
four?
don't. You don't. You don't. That will be the next part that we do.
Ah.
If you have any questions or if you need help with anything, just say something in the chat or out loud. Does anyone have any questions or need help with anything? Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen?
Yep. Ditch the code or the actual.
The actual
Just
thing.
That was fast.
Yeah. Okay. Good job, Swastik. Can I see your code?
yeah, no problem.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah, I didn't use any
uh,
repeats. I just did it as fast as I could.
yeah. So you could probably tell that it was pretty annoying to do it this way, right? Like just putting a bunch of blue commands and having to measure everything,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Okay. So we're gonna wait for a few more people to finish, and then I'm gonna show you how to do this entire thing through sensors. Okay. So for the people who are done, I'm gonna show you the next part of the challenge. Uh,
Right when Swastik said finished, I was done, but I didn't test it. So
okay, that's
yeah,
okay. Okay, you both are winners. Yep.
I used one loop, and it was for the first thing because you went uh up, left, up, left, and
Yeah.
then yeah. So I used a loop for that.
Okay. So you could probably tell that it was pretty annoying to do all of that movement blocks and all of those turnings
Yeah,
and stuff, right? Okay.
yeah.
So for the people who are done, I'm gonna show you the next part of the challenge. Um, okay, so the next part of the challenge is to go to all the letters, but instead of using a bunch of movement commands like this, you're gonna use sensors. So, and any way that you can see fits, you're going to try and use either the color sensor or the distance sensor to navigate around this playground. So, for example, I programmed a little bit of the beginning part and I used a color sensor and a distance sensor. So, let's take a look at that first part. So, I have my speed over here, and then I said repeat this program until we see this little A, which is the blue character, right? So drive forward for 250 millimeters, and then if you see a wall, turn left, and keep on doing that until you reach to the blue circle, right? Now the next part would be to try and navigate to the letter B. That's the part that you guys are going to do on your own. You're going to try and use a program that's similar to this, but then you're going to realize that you can't always navigate to the left everywhere. So for the next part, you need to somehow navigate to the right. So you're gonna have to design your own little program that can help you navigate from A to B to C to D to the final checkerboarded area. But you can use any sensors you want, and I encourage you to please use sensors instead of movement commands. All right? Yes. Do the people who are done understand the challenge? Um,
Yep.
Kareem, Swastika.
Yeah.
Okay. Maria, do you understand the challenge? Yep. Okay. Um, Bill Cipher. Yes. Okay. Aisha, did you hear the next part of the challenge? Yeah. Okay. So the people who are done can work on that. Arush, did you hear the next part of the challenge?
Yeah, you have to like use. One sec. Let me just open VR. Yeah, you have to use sensors and stuff to get to A and then B, C, and then D, and then the checkers thing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then once everyone's done this second part, I'll explain how you can use Python in this. Does anyone need help? Is everyone okay? Anyone done?
I'm just about to be.
Okay. Is anyone done yet?
I'm done, but I just need to test it out.
Okay. Ivan, do you understand the rules for the hard one? Yeah. Okay.
Wait, so we use the color sensors?
And the distance sensor.
Okay.
I'm just getting the last distance right, but I got the code to work so far. So
Okay.
I have a quick question. So how am I supposed to open Vex, VR Vex on another tab?
What do you mean?
Like
Like,
so basically, I have one on. So I have my first one on one tab, and my so when I go to another tab and type vrvx.com, it just opens up the same one that I have on the first tab. So how would I like
um, are
have
you on a
different?
Mac? Are you on a Mac or are you on a Windows?
I'm on an Acer computer.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen?
Sure. Do you see my screen right now, or
Um, no, not yet.
okay? Okay. So
Yep.
basically, I go to another tab and I type VR Vex. Oh wait, HTTP. Okay, so I go to this tab, and then it opens the same. It opens the same thing as the other one.
You mean the same project?
Yeah.
So,
Wait. Wait. What? Yeah. See, it
okay.
opens the same one.
So you can just clear the project, right? Like you can drag off all the blue things.
Oh. Okay. I
Because
guess
there's
that
no,
works.
yeah,
But then will it save on this one?
yeah,
If I drag it off here, will it save on this one?
yep, yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Make sure you keep the yellow block though. Only take out the blue blocks.
Yep.
okay, so I got the bot to be obviously, but then um the only thing I'm having trouble with is having it stop once it's detected blue.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yep.
Like over there?
Yeah, right there. It keeps going,
Um,
right? So
do you want to show me some of your code?
yeah, for sure. So I think the thing I need to do is once the down eye detects blue, stop driving, probably.
Yeah. If that doesn't work, there's another command that you can use in the orange section that's called wait until.
Wait until down eye detects blue.
Yeah, and then stop
Okay,
driving right after that.
got it.
Yep.
I'm done. Can I present my screen?
Yep.
Can you see the screen? My
Yep.
screen. Okay. So I just did the all the blue blocks. I didn't use any loops, so it took a long time.
Hmm. Okay. Good job. Do you know what the second part of the challenge is?
No.
Okay. So the second part is that you're going to use sensors, so the color sensor and the distance sensor, to get from the starting position to A, to B, to C, to D, and then to the red checkered pattern place.
Okay.
Okay? So try to use sensors as much as possible, but you can also use a few movement blocks if you need to.
Okay.
Okay, is everyone okay? Does anyone need help? Is anyone stuck or anything? Okay.
I have to go.
Um, what happened? Like,
My parents need me for something.
okay, no problem. Have a good day. Make sure you come
Thanks.
to class tomorrow, and yeah, bye.
Bye.
And yeah, at the end of the class, I'll go step by step of how I did all of my code, so you guys can see how it works. But I think some of you are almost done, right? Okay. Okay. Take your time. You guys still have a few more. Like, I'll give you guys maybe 10, 15 more minutes. And whoever's done, I have another challenge if you want to try it. I have an easier challenge and then a harder challenge. You guys can choose once you're done.
Yeah, the only thing I have a problem with is making it stop. I've tried placing it in different positions. I've tried using different types of code. I'll just share my screen again.
Yep.
I feel like it's really easy, and I'm just being dumb. So,
So I
yeah,
had
it's the
two
same.
methods of stopping. Oh wait,
I
where?
did. I did the if down eye detects blue, then stop driving. But obviously, I hadn't stopped driving yet.
Yeah. If down eye detects blue. Okay, so I'm not sure because it works perfectly fine for me. Uh, Here, I'll show you what I did, and then
Okay.
okay, I'm gonna share my screen so you can see just that first part. So I used the wait until part, but I think it should do the same thing as the other one. Uh, where is it? Okay, so here. So I used the first sensor over here for the A block,
Mhm.
and then it stops first at the letter B, and then it turns around.
Okay.
Uh, so to stop it, I used the wait until down eye detects
No, no,
blue, and then
thanks.
just stop driving.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Are you gonna go over this code like after?
So I'll go over it maybe at the very end of the class for like the last 10 minutes, and then I'll also send a screenshot of it on the Discord. But is anyone close to finishing?
The maze challenge or the letter one?
The letter one, the one with all the sensors and stuff. Okay. Um, so I think this will be the last activity for the class, and yeah, so we'll give you maybe another 15 minutes to work on it. And then for the last maybe 5 minutes of class, we have a survey that we want you guys to fill out. And then maybe I'll just send a screenshot of the code on the Discord. So just a reminder, if there are some spots that like are really frustrating for you, you can use the blue blocks, but I just suggest you don't do that. But if you really need to, you can. Okay, I'm gonna give everyone maybe 5 more minutes, and then we have a survey that we want you guys to answer, and then yeah. Okay, 2 more minutes, then I'm gonna give you guys this survey to fill in.
So you're going to be sharing the like your like screenshots of your code at the end of the class, right? Or like in a
Yeah,
minute or so?
so either at the end of the class, or if we don't have enough time, then I'll send it all on the Discord. And maybe I'll even email it to all of you.
Okay.
Okay? But is anyone done yet or no? Yes, no. So this was supposed to be kind of like your final project, which would take the longest time, and I think it did. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna just quickly. So if you guys want to take like maybe a 5 minute break, because you guys have been working a lot on this, and I think you're a little tired. So I'm just gonna send you a survey to fill out, just about how you thought this class went and what we can improve on and stuff. And then you guys can just answer that for now, and then once you're done that, then you can go back to working on this final project. So yeah, the link that
On
yep.
on the on the Discord, are you gonna be posting it like in the updates channel, or where will you be putting it? Like in
Um,
We'll put it in the event discussion channel.
yeah, in
okay,
the event for the April robotics camp.
okay,
We'll also email it to you by tomorrow as well.
okay, okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Right now, can you guys please respond to the Google form that's in the chat? So just fill out what you think went well in this class and stuff. And if you didn't like anything, feel free to just write it in that Google form. And you can leave it anonymous if you want to. You don't need to put in your name, I think.
What if you liked everything?
So then you can say that. You can say that, like
Okay,
where the part in the part where it says what didn't you like, you can just say I liked everything.
okay.
Wait, for email, do we put our school email?
Um, if you have a personal email, that would be better. But if not, then yeah, school email works.
So before I was putting my school email. So should I put my personal email now or?
If you already submitted it, then it's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Um, so everyone, since you guys are working like really hard on this test, I'm gonna give you some extra time and you guys can do it at home. But for now, just before we end the class, I thought we could go over some final little Python things just so that if you're interested and you want to explore VexVR a little bit more, you can always look at some cool Python stuff. So I'm just going to share my screen. Um, I think mostly everyone has filled out the form. And if you haven't filled the form out, um, and yeah, I'll just explain some cool Python things you can do with VexVR. So I'm just gonna Okay, so here's an example. This is just a bunch of move blocks, right? So if I wanted to see what this would look like in Python, there's this really cool nifty button over here, which allows you to see exactly command for command what a Python program would look like. So here, this is called your code viewer. And in a simple program like this, it's pretty straightforward. You can see that what a drive forward would be, what a turn would be. So in Python, something that's really important is that we have these things called parameters. So for each of these things, we have three parameters. So for example, for the driving command, we have three parameters. We have the forward parameter, we have the 250 parameter, and we have the millimeter parameter. So does anyone know what else we could put instead of forward for this parameter? Anyone?
Reverse.
Yeah, so reverse Same thing for the turning direction. Instead of putting left, you could put
Right.
yeah. And over here, you can change the amount of degrees that you want to turn for, and same thing over here, you can change the amount of millimeters you want to draw for. And here's something that I never actually showed you guys, even in the regular code, because we never really need it. But you can change the measurement that you're using. So let's say you hate millimeters, you can just click on the and change it to inches. And I think in some cases, it allows you to also change it to centimeters and feet and stuff. Uh, yeah. So now let's say you wanted to do the entire thing in Python. So we just click this convert to text project button. Discard.
Wait, where is that again? I couldn't see
Uh,
that.
okay. Let me show you again. So we have our, sorry, wait 1 second. So we have our text editor thing over here, right? Did you open that? Oh, sorry, the code viewer.
Yeah, I have that open.
Yep. So in the bottom button over here that says convert to text project,
Ah,
you just click on that, and then it will convert your entire thing to a Python code. And
do you
it's
click?
pretty similar. Yep.
Do you click discard or?
Oh yeah, discard.
Okay.
So it's pretty similar to it's pretty similar to the other VexVR code. It's just now everything is in Python. So this is really good if you want to like just be introduced to a little bit of Python. Like there's pretty simple commands, and if you ever get confused, you can always either click the help button, or if you want to see what what the code does in the actual program, you can just open up a new tab and look at these blocks over here. All right. So, uh, yeah. So you guys can right now you can either explore Python or you can continue to work on your project. All right. And if anyone is done their project, please speak up, and then we'll let you share it to everyone. Okay? All right.
How do you go back? Like, if you turn it into Python, how do you go back? How do you make it like into your code again?
Uh, Give me 1 second. I'm just so do you convert your actual code, like the huge code that you were working on?
Yeah.
So I've never converted it back into the VexVR code. I don't think you can.
Oh.
Um, so if you did that, then this gives you a chance to work on some Python code. All right? You
Okay.
can drag it's the same thing, it's just in text.
Ah.
And you still have that playground button and everything. All right? Okay. So we'll keep on working for 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna ask one random person to share their screen, and we'll see how far you got. Also, thank you everyone for your appreciative comments in the Google form. So only 11 people have responded. So if more people want to respond, make sure you do that now. All right? That's okay, Arush. But are you done? Almost? Okay. I don't think anyone's done yet, so that's okay.
Hey, Ali, there's a question in the chat.
No, you don't have to share. If someone volunteers, that would be better instead of me just asking people and people saying no. But yeah, you don't have to share. I just want to see if like you guys how far you got in the challenge. I know that I think nobody has finished the challenge yet, so that's okay. Don't worry about sharing your screen. That shouldn't be what you're working on right now. Just work on the project. Okay, so is anyone done yet? Or maybe even close to done?
It's
No.
the same problem. It's like I'm
Oh,
close, but
is it
yeah,
still the same letter?
yeah, still trying to get that stopping thing going.
Okay. You know what? When I share my code tonight, you can maybe
Get some
figure out.
inspiration.
So
Yeah.
are you gonna send your code by email or like on the Discord server?
So I'll do both, and maybe in the next 2 hours or 3 hours or so. All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
So does anybody want to just volunteer to show how far they've gotten? You don't need to if you don't want to. Anyone? No? Is anyone maybe close to done? Again, I'm just gonna ask. Okay, here, I'm gonna ask someone, and it's okay if you don't want to present, just say pass or no. Maria, do you want to present? No. No, that's okay. Okay, so I don't think anyone wants to share their screen. So here's what we can do. Once you guys are fully confident, maybe it'll take a few hours for you to finish your challenge. You can maybe share a screenshot of your code into the Discord chat, and then you guys can all look at each other's answers and stuff and see how you guys did different things. All right. So this marks the end of the virtual robotics class. So I'm going to pass it over to Abdullah now.
Okay, so
Okay. Um, I think maybe Abdullah's internet isn't working. So let's just say goodbye. So good job, everyone. Um, I hope you had fun in the virtual robotics course, and see you tomorrow for the next course, which will be taught by Mr. Jansma, who's a really, really cool teacher. He used to be my teacher. So good luck tomorrow and have a good day. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Good day,
Thank
everyone. See you
you.
guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.